The Capuchins have been a part of Guam's history for 112 years, but not many people know how the friars came to Guam. This is the story, the beginning of a century of service. In 1898, the United States took possession of Guam. The Spanish missionaries until then, the Augustinian Recollects, were expelled by the United States Navy. Luckily, one Chamorro diocesan priest, Padre Jose Palomo, was able to stay because he was a native. But Padre Palomo was already in his late 60s. Being the only priest on the whole island, he had to take care of all the villages: Aganya, Agat, Sumay, Umadak, Maritzo, and Inarahan. He had to travel by bull cart and by boat, baptizing, officiating at weddings, burying the dead, anointing the dying, hearing confessions, saying Mass, all by himself. It was too much for him. He looked everywhere he could to find priests, even in the United States. Down in Yap and Palau, Spanish Capuchins were working who would soon be replaced by German Capuchins. These Spanish Capuchins would soon be free to work on Guam. Father Daniel de Arbasegui, Capuchin Superior in Yap, wrote Padre Palomo, "I can send you help." The year was 1901. The interesting thing was that the Spanish Capuchins in Yap and Palau already knew something about the Chamorros, because there were already Chamorros living in Yap and Palau. On August 11, 1901, Fathers Luis de Leon and Vicente de Larasoaña arrived on Guam. A joyful Padre Palomo welcomed them with open arms. The old tired Chamorro priest now had two priests to help him. Father Luis and Father Vicente would live in Agat and take care of all the southern villages, and Padre Palomo would stay in Aganya and take care of that church. In Agat, Father Vicente renovated and strengthened the church, as we see in this early photograph. And at the same time, enlarged the Sumay Church. In Inarahan, another Capuchin soon arrived, Father Silvestri. He inherited this small and simple church in Inarahan and renovated it to look like this. In Maritzo, another new Capuchin, Father Cristobal, built the famous bell tower that is still there today, though it looked a little different when it was first built in 1910. In Aganya, the hardest work was to be done. In 1902, a very strong earthquake damaged the Aganya church beyond repair. Even worse, more earthquakes slowed down the building of a new church. Padre Palomo was too old and weak to head this project, so Father Luis moved from Agat to Aganya, and in reality took over the Aganya church. Because of his hard work, and although it took him over 10 years to do it, Father Luis rebuilt the Aganya church so well that it became a suitable cathedral for the first bishops on Guam before the war. But that is another story for another time, when we meet again for our Capuchin Founders Day dinner. So today, let us give thanks to God for the first two Capuchins ever to work on Guam, our Capuchin founders. Father Vicente, who at one time had to care for Agat, Sumay, Umadak, Maritzo, and Inarahan, and Father Luis, the builder of the first Aganya Cathedral. May the friars continue their ministry on Guam for many more years to come.